and actually look at tomatoes. Okay, we're here at Mulberry Gardens looking at our first Smart Park garden, which is a combination of using pallets, smart pots, and organic compost. We were able to install this garden last September, and we used 7 yards of compost, I'm sorry, and 8 smart pots. As you can see, we have a drip system in here, but the idea is that you can not only grow food on the top of the soil, but also we can actually split holes around the smart pots and actually grow food there as well. So this is an innovative way for people that want to grow food in small spaces that don't have land in low-income housing or an area where the community to get together to grow their own food. So this was an ideal situation and one that we took advantage of to establish the first Smart Park garden in Sacramento. As you can tell, we got tomatoes, we got different flowers, we got some kale growing. The garden needs a little bit of love, but at the same time it is working, and we're just happy that we were on the cutting edge of not only designing small systems for people to grow food in small spaces, but also it reduces their carbon footprint so they don't have to go to shop to the grocery store, which is a long way from here.
I wanted to ask you, now, out of these 8 pods, how much food can actually be grown in these 8 pods?
I would say ideally with 8 smart pots you should be able to grow at least 1,500 pounds. And I'm not just talking about lettuce, I'm talking about tomatoes, squash, melons, different varieties. Some of your heavier fruits can be grown here.
Cucumbers and...
Cucumbers.
Wow.
That's why I say 1,500 pounds is very easy to achieve. And especially if you're growing on the outside, not necessarily on the top of the soil, but all around the pots, you could probably come up with additional 500 pounds of vegetables as well.
And so, to put in a system like this, if I'm in an apartment, 1 pod, what would that be? What are you looking at the cost of putting in a pod?
Well, just for one small bed like this?
Yes.
Less than $150.
And that's dirt, pod,
that's your compost, that's your smart pot, that's 2 pallets, which you can get pallets anywhere, and a little bit of PVC for a drip system. So
for under $150, you mean I can become a gardener?
Oh, yes, absolutely.
I can become an urban farmer for $150.
So $150.
And so that calendar year, I can probably produce $2,000–3,000 worth of food?
Annually, yes, yes. Your tomatoes, your bok choy, your arugula, your collard greens, your radish, onions, you name it. It can all be grown right here in this little small space.